This is the Spigen wireless charger, MagSafe compatible. It has 5,000 milliamps capacity. It can also be used when it's getting recharged. The connection is very strong. I'll give you a few more details about the charging and discharging characteristics. I started charging at 28% around 12:46 p.m. I took a screenshot in the middle and it looks like it took 46 minutes to charge up 22%. I did use my phone for about 5 minutes when it's charging. When I got home, the battery is completely drained. One press of the power button gives me a blinking LED. The charging probably stopped around 2:40 p.m. and my phone is at 89%. I think it's safe to say that it can give my iPhone 13 about 71% of boost. iPhone 13 has a battery capacity of 3,227 milliamps. 71% of boost means it got 2,291 milliamps. The Spigen battery bank has 5,000 milliamps capacity at 3.6 volts, that's 18 watt-hour, which means this battery bank has a 46% efficiency. This number is expected in wireless chargers. Considering the price, it is a better bang for the buck compared to the Apple original MagSafe charger. The Spigen power bank also supports wired charging mode. Let me show you a few more details. Well, Type-C to Type-C cable. The main unit. About 50. 4 bars. Aligns automatically and the charging starts immediately. It actually charges 2 devices at the same time. 89% iPhone 12 using the MagSafe, and the iPhone 11 is getting recharged via Type-C to Lightning port. And according to the user manual, the specification, it says the output of the wireless is up to 7.5 watts when charging this thing alone. If charging 2 devices, it's gonna be 5 watts each. So wireless is gonna be limited at 5 watts. It is slower. However, you will have the option to charge additional iPhones or other Type-C devices. The connection is very strong and secure. The charging starts immediately after it's attached automatically. And it's okay to rotate the battery pack, but usually I would do this to avoid blocking the camera. And it's comfortable to hold like this. Let's see what it takes to disconnect the battery bank. That was a lot of force. If I grab the phone, I'm not even able to shake it off. It feels like impossible to shake it off when grabbing the phone, but grabbing the battery bank, shaking very hard, it's easy to deattach. But when you do this, I can't get it off. It's very secure. Let's do a charging test using a Type-A to Type-C cable and see how fast it does that. According to the specification, it takes 5 volts at 2.4 amps, which is 12 watts of charging speed. After it's connected, I'm getting 5 watts. And I think it may take a while for it to reach the peak 10 to 12 watts maximum input. And since it includes a USB-C to USB-C cable, you should really use a modern USB-C charger, which is sometimes support power delivery and will exceed 5 volts, but it's okay. The charging speed is really determined by the battery itself and is not really, so I'm getting the exactly rated 2.4 amps input. So that is expected. So it's okay to use a 12 watts old charger to charge this thing. And of course, it's always a good idea to use the original Type-C to Type-C cable, and I'm using a 40 watts Spigen charger with dual ports. 20 watts per port. Again, when it's connected, it's only getting 5 watts of input, and it may take a while for it to reach the peak output. So again, for those of you interested, this is good reading material. So all the specifications of its input and output power are listed here. See, I'm getting 10 watts now. I think the power may slowly increase as it's getting recharged. It's worth mentioning that it can be used when it's recharging, so you can use it as a regular wireless charging pad as well. However, as you can see here, the power output is reduced. I think that is to avoid overheating, so it will still slowly recharge back here, but not as fast when you are charging the phone at the same time. But it's doable.